As you all know by now, Star Wars Hunters is coming to PC at the end of January, with 2 playtests happening over on Steam from December 13th to the 16th, and I think January 10th to the 13th, with early access launch 2 weeks later on the 27th. Now, this is probably the biggest opportunity this game will get to essentially a revival in some way. Not that the game's dead in any way, but it feels like a second chance at launching the game, in my opinion. Because whilst the overall game content at launch was great, the overall community management and sort of social media engagement side of things was very lackluster. The Discord server was incredibly bare bones, and there was sort of no one really around on the community team and the dev team at the time. It was pretty much just moderators who probably worked for some kind of Discord company or people doing it in their spare time, and it just felt insanely corporate. And in my opinion, it just was not fit for purpose. As for the social media, there was pretty much never any posts about the game. It was all just, please go to support, thanks for your query, look at the website, this sort of stuff. And we never really got engaging posts about the game itself. And the only sort of marketed things at the launch of a new season, and maybe the first couple of days after and first few days before, but that was pretty much it. It was very bare bones, it wasn't great, and for a live service multiplayer game, that's just not really how things work anymore, to be honest. Maybe the mobile gaming industry is a bit different. I'm very used to console more than anything, but especially with the game now coming to PC and then hopefully other consoles later on, the systems they were having at the launch of the game would not be acceptable. However, like I said, they've been essentially given a second chance here, a 2.0 release if you will, but they absolutely have to get things right. As for the overall content in the game each season, I'm really happy with things. A new hunter, new map, new modes, arena pass, so on. Sometimes some new big exciting features. They're all absolutely fantastic. There's still a lot more that I'd like to see added to the game, and hopefully over time we will get them. But the in-game side of things, like I said, very happy with that. I think they just need to keep on pushing through. But it is that community management, overall engagement and social media stuff that really needed improving. The beginning of Season 4 seemed very promising, especially that first week and the days leading up to it. There was a lot more posts on social media. The overall community team came out in full force. Kaviri's been engaging with the Discord server a lot, answering a bunch of questions, giving us a bunch of teasers here and there. Astra's also engaged a little bit, but also actually improved the Discord server itself and makes it a lot more fit for purpose. And then we also have an actual developer on the game called Astromech Juggernaut, who went public to the world on the Discord server in that first week and actually said to us that there's more to be announced regarding Season 4 and beyond. And that's then when PC release was announced a couple hours later. And they've since also been talking with the community a little bit as well. And that is honestly such a good thing. If those 3 people can actually keep it going, that would be amazing. That really is what the game needs, because in those couple of days alone where they were just super active, the overall community itself just felt like even more of a community. Even now when things have slightly quietened down a little bit because the season's now out and sort of everyone's had their questions answered and so on, it actually does feel a lot more tight-knit. It feels like a lot of people know each other. There's a lot of camaraderie, a little bit of banter and flexing of skills, and you've even got plenty of people who think they're absolutely insane of the game when no one actually cares. And that, honestly, whilst it can be frustrating at times, is just part of being in a game community, and I just absolutely love that. It really takes me back to the days of Star Wars Battlefront 2. And that's a game that did a really great job with community engagement. The team at DICE had a couple of community team members, but also a bunch of senior developers who were just really active on socials, giving us teasers, talking to us. And we got to really know people on a first name basis, which was just amazing. And that feels like what is starting to happen with Star Wars Hunters, and that really is what needs to happen and to carry on. It doesn't have to be first name basis, but even just knowing Kaviri's a thing, Astromech Juggernaut, if we can just keep on going to them and referring to those people, if more developers come out in the same vein as well, then that is absolutely a positive thing. Especially with this game coming to PC, there needs to be points of contacts. They need to have content creators on board to help with things, honestly, to help promote the game itself and just really have like some kind of creator program. This really is a huge opportunity, and with it being a thing during Christmas period, obviously that's probably not an ideal situation, just because probably means that here and there there's a week or two out. Things do naturally slow down a little bit, but that is absolutely fine. It is ultimately releasing in early access, which essentially for the full PC launch mid next year gives them some time to get things right and put things in place. But like I said, guys, this is a huge opportunity for the game. I am very excited and very keen to get on board with anything. The team over at Zynga have been doing a great job with the overall content within the game, but it really is the community management and social engagement stuff that just needs to keep on improving, keep on going. The start of Season 4 was a really great start and a good sign of things to come, I think. So fingers crossed that carries on. But that is it from me today, guys. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.